Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level. Second level, baby. Second level.
So here I am, back again, back in the deep. What can I say? It's home. And lately, I haven't given my mother much thought at all.
Neptune Flux is a story-driven open-world adventure game set in a sci-fi ocean, both haunting and beautiful. It brings back memories of some of my favorite narrative tales like Firewatch or Myst, but set in a place I both love and fear simultaneously. It's worth pointing out before I get into game specifics here that despite this game being released under the studio title Zoxide Games, this is a one-person endeavor. That's right, Zoxide Games is one person, and that person is Nick Petit.
Alex was one of our best recruits, just like you. But hey, it's a new day in a new sector, in a new world ripe for colonization. I couldn't ask for a better first citizen.
Nick has gone to painstaking effort here by creating both a regular and VR version of the same game, although to experience the game fully how it was supposed to be experienced, I highly recommend a VR playthrough. When I first started the game up, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I only had the game summary to go off. I hadn't even watched the trailer. Instantly, I was pleasantly surprised at how Nick had chosen to handle the movement, putting in a deep dive submersible. The game controls a lot like Time Machine VR, but is a little zippier and feels less clunky to manage. Sometimes turning in 3D space at too many odd angles can cause a small wave of nausea. Nothing that affected me too badly, but for those of you who are super sensitive to those types of things, compare the movement more to a space shooter like Eve Valkyrie. You're able to rise and fall and twist and be very accurate with a submersible, but it is easy to disorientate yourself. That's no knock on the game, it's just what would happen if you were put into such a unique piece of equipment. You start off in a small base station, given the task of fixing one of the air filtration units, which took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out, but I was pretty proud when I managed it. From there, you're given the task of leaving the safe zone and onto battery power, where you're able to help find a military crate that's fallen astray in the ocean.
What the? Are you reading this command?
That'll be all, Sarah. Return to base now.
The only real guidance you have is the occasional words of encouragement or warning from your boss through the comms link. He's kind of malevolent, and you can tell pretty early on that maybe all isn't as it seems with him.
Pump. We need you to manually reroute the flow to the secondary pump. Would you like me to review the reconfiguration procedure? I really do love reviewing procedures. It makes me feel like we're...
Nah, I'm good.
Venturing past the air bubble is a daunting task. Your battery drains quickly, so you can't wander too far. Luckily, there are upgradables you can purchase for your sub that can help you with such matters, and allow you to both boost and find special underwater air vents that can be utilized to extend the basic base for a further distance. The water is murky and claustrophobic, so things like flares and sonar help with trying to track down goodies on the sea floor. If you find bits of scrap metal, you can collect them for money, which then goes back into upgrades or replenishing your stock supplies. It isn't too hard to come by, but it also isn't your sole purpose in this ocean. You start to slowly come across bizarre items and wreckages of a bygone era, each seemingly requiring some puzzling to fully unlock its potential. From my initial playthrough, I found a lot of these items, but only really managed to solve just one of the puzzles, which was a little frustrating. More due to my stupidity than anything I would blame on the game, though.
What payload?
Say again, Itasca? Repeat, the crate containing the payload is unstable. Should I attempt to open the crate?
Yes, this is Itasca. Open the payload. Tell me what you see.
Hold on. Got it. Itasca, it's glowing red hot. Some kind of diagram. A map, maybe. It's all Greek to me.
Amelia? Come in, Amelia. The hell was that?
Sarah? I will say, however, that this game does not hold your hand, not even a little bit. There is little to nothing in the way of puzzle hints, which for a game that clocks in at around 2 hours is probably a good thing. It pushes the experience out further and really gets the brain juices flowing. Whilst I write this review, I'm still trying to figure out in my head how I get into the cryo chamber of an underwater spaceship that I found. It's actually bothering me. All signs of a great exploration game.
At least I was. Until your mother arrived.
What do you mean? Is she here? What did you do to her?
You will see the truth for yourself. It's better this way.
These doors don't seem to be getting any power.
The ocean is a bit sparse, at least as far as I got. It doesn't distract from the mystery, but those moments when you do come across a school of fish or a downed plane become all the more exciting on the backdrop of a silty underwater graveyard. I love underwater adventures. I'm eager to get back into the submersible and see if I can figure out the next steps to solving the grand mystery of Neptune Flux. If I get stuck, I guess I'll have to wait until August 8th for other PSVR owners to help me out with it. Retailing at only $7.99, Neptune Flux is a surprisingly good time for the cost. If you enjoy narrative adventures, using your brain, little hand-holding, and underwater sci-fi dystopias, keep your flares lit for Neptune Flux. Oh, and if you write a walkthrough guide, be sure to link it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the murky depths. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, welcome to the second level.
Holy. This place isn't on my maps.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.